So, I'm good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, I'm gonna see if my audio is still fucked. It was a little earlier. Yeah, it's still fucked. Alright. Then maybe that'll help. I don't know, it just froze, so maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Like, sometimes it has issues, and sometimes it doesn't, and it seems wholly arbitrary. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Alright, that's better. Cool. Finally. Shit. Alright. Well, hello to y'all. Got 3 concurrent viewers watching me address my audio fucking issues. I need new equipment, so if y'all want to throw some money at me, feel free. Yeah. Hello to everybody. I'm going to, share this on some social networks. And then I should be able to get going. For those of you who were, here from my fucking police brutality video just now, yeah, my audio was kind of fucked at that point. So, yeah. I basically put it through a bunch of editing, and then I released it. So some stuff that I could have done with that time was not done with that time, because I'm using like a 7 or 8 year old mic. Anyway. Hello to the people in chat. How is your day going? Mine is acceptable. There's smoke outside. There's a lot of it. And like, it's not, I'm not going through the worst of it. Because there's fucking smoke, which means that there's a fire. There's a house fire, a long series of house fires somewhere. And, I'm not experiencing that, so rooting for whoever is. But yeah, yet another one of these, another one of my fucking insane thumbnails. Really the thumbnail is what people come here for. They just want to see what kind of, simulation of acid trip they can have next. And then if it's lit enough, they'll recommend me like a dealer. Sending this to a couple people and my stream, and my server. Fucking jibsprib. And then live, just tagging whoever is here. Here. So I've got 5 concurrent viewers on this shit. I gotta earn it. Hello to Rescind. I'm getting a message that people can't see who asked me how my day was. Nobody has asked me that. I was asking y'all that. Y'all are free to tell me. Conversational style, yo. My G. So with that in mind, I'm gonna get the comments going. Also, before I get into it, I'm gonna say we're running a fundraiser for a documentary I'll be working on. So that link will be in the description as well. Actually, I should put that there now. My gun control is racist and fascist has 7 views, and it gave me a little fucking firework effect and said, best first 42 minutes compared to your typical performance. Well, thank you for that, I guess. I mean, the only way these are really going to do well at all is if people start, like, mass tagging people in the replies, because most people aren't willing to watch my content to begin with, which is why 7 views in 42 minutes is considered fucking awesome. So feel free to do that. But let me put the link here in the description. Because what we're doing is we're going to do an entire documentary thing on the pandemic and everything surrounding it. And basically, we've already done most of the work, but like to do the actual like final pay stuff, we're gonna need to get some fundraising going. So I'll put this here, documentary, and then I'll hit save on that so y'all can see it if you want. I set up the fundraiser last night. I'm waiting for somebody to say that, you know, oh, it's just Jeremiah asking for fucking money again. And like, okay, but I didn't set this target, you know, and I also I think it's worth it because the amount that comes off the top of that, you know, if there is any even, the amount that comes off the fucking top of that is going to be for content. Like I was very clear. So even if like we get an insane amount of money, the only thing it'll mean is that you get to hear more on our site from people like, you know, Storm Delagora, Wendy McElroy, Lily Forrester, like a lot of great people who write for other sites because, you know, we haven't had as much money as we needed for other for more articles. So, yeah, that. And of course, I'm still looking for a new chair and fucking apparently a new mic now. It's always something. I replaced my shoes, or I would already have rent, which I don't. But I'm waiting for some pay for some work shortly here, which should be here like today or tomorrow. So whatever. And I got like the edgiest here, $30 for this, and this shoe seems like it might last me a bit, but it's just $30 if it doesn't. And it was still $30 that I didn't fucking have. So, yeah. 'Tis my life. But now that I've gotten that out of the way, yeah, if you don't want to support it, you don't have to. But if you're going to tell me that I shouldn't ask, then go fuck yourself. That's my stance. Cuz the fundraiser isn't just for me. It's for multiple people including Lily Forrester. And it's so that we can bring you content. Content ain't free, and we're not selling out to do it, so it's not like it's some sort of like moral compromise. Anyway, fucking let's go down to the fucking latest Heart and Thumb. Yeah, okay. So, on my unkempt stream, Troll the Purpose says, in store versus Amazon, the shift is coming already with the inflation and slowing economy. Shipping price differences will widen. With longer lead times and price competition happening, local production is favored. Rates for overnight and second day from the other side of the world will skyrocket. Packaging costs will also become a greater consideration, so fewer finished goods will ship from the east, also favoring local assembly and manufacture. They're going hard now because their attempted neo-feudalism has made too many things inefficient, fragile. Maybe. That's what I'm saying. Maybe. Because, like, let's be real here. They're pushing for CBDC for a reason. And the reason they're pushing for CBDC is because they can get away with it easier with that. You know? I'm probably breaking up right now. It's telling me I am, but fucking... I can't help that. I gotta get a place of my own to get better internet. Patreon link is in description. Either way, the point is that, like, there's a possibility that things are slowing down, but there's also a possibility that things are slowing down sort of on purpose, that they're sort of stemming the hose temporarily so that people, you know, feel the squeeze and do more of what the state says. It's still telling me no data, so feel free to tell me if it's fucking, like, freezing. It doesn't look like it is. Either way, for those of you, actually, I'll add this to the description too, the AgoristNexus podcast. I'm now, like, going to be the primary host to that, and I'm going to be putting out a shit ton of content. But we also are going to do Dag and I, Dagorist, and I will be doing one episode every Monday to be released on Wednesday. So you'll be able to expect regular content, and the first episode back is here now. Rasin says she can hear and see me fine. Yeah, I figured. You know, YouTube sometimes just lies. I mean, they lied in order to censor content from AgoristNexus anyway. So, um, social media companies be lying. I'm not surprised. Fucking, we got this podcast back up and going, and the general thing I said was that they're going to sort of make it hurt, and then once people cry out for relief, they're going to be like, hey, yeah, you know, if you want support, you can come up to our central bank and get a digital currency, and we'll give you a discount at our mega corporations who accept it, and you'll get fucking relief. You can pay your rent with it. Like, wouldn't you like some money? We'll give you some money if you're willing to sign up for the app and the mark of the beast. You know, we'll do that. You want it? You want here free money? Free money, poor person. That's what they did. The same thing they did with the fucking stimulus check. It was just, hey, poor person, here's some free money. Now don't disobey us. Do what we say. You get free money. Anyway, that was the whole thing I was talking about with the fucking like CBDC hurting poor people the other day. And in the AgoristNexus podcast. So I'll be linking that episode. AgoristNexus student. There we go. So yeah, I think the CBDC is going to be their way of patching all that over. That's my take. Troll in the comments says, yeah, small businesses closing by the score in UK will be same here if the energy rates do same. And they probably will. Because the US, instead of drilling their own oil, is selling oil reserves to foreign countries. You know, or instead of just using the reserves for, you know, the people it's allegedly reserved for. So it's almost like it's planned. And they don't care that they're going to fucking kill the economy and poor people. They just want it to be muscled into their favor, and they don't care who gets hurt. You know, but that's just a theory. Anyway. Thumb and a heart on that, even though I think it's probably a little optimistic. Rescind on Unkempt says, perfect answer on my voting thing. I quit voting a decade plus ago, but I've struggled with local state elections. Not sure why. I'm in krah. Vestiges of years of brainwashing. See you next week, I hope. Yeah. I'll be here every week if I can. The more people are willing to support on Patreon, the better. That's going to mean that I can do this on a more regular basis. I don't remember what I said about Kiwi Farms, and Mark Zuckerberg told Joe Rogan Meta helped the FBI censor Biden's laptop. But like Kiwi Farm, Troll says Kiwi Farms is a private company and actually complies with Section 230. Why they get no love? If you're talking about alternatives to Facebook, I wouldn't call them that. I don't know. Like, I don't know what you're specifically asking in that question. Perhaps you can elaborate since you're here. Elon Musk, Chinese apps, and you. I wonder if the Rescind says, I wonder if the system's need for electricity is the reason why my bill has gone up from 30% last year. I pay double during the hours of 5 to 7 p.m., though those 2 hours couldn't possibly explain the massive price hike. Fuck them all, I'll drive our 93 Ford Ranger until the wheels fall off, though Ca extorts at least $158 a year. Smog checks are another 70 plus for the privilege of driving it. Yeah, that's California for you. Troll says, on the plus side, I did great in the 80s when there was a thriving gray market. Yeah, well, you can now too. I mean, do you use cryptocurrency at all? Or, you know, the dark web? Do you use that? Because, like, you should, definitely. Monotematico, sorry, from Twitter, says you are insanely right on Elon Musk thing. Yeah, hopefully people start to think that way, because, like, if people started to hate Elon Musk more, the world would be a better place. So also, there are 2 concurrent viewers right now. Y'all can feel free to leave things you want me to talk about live, because we've got very few comments left. So, this will be short or this will be long. And I'm fine with either. Mr. Knight says, what I hate about Neuralink isn't just what it is, that alone is enough to hate it, but also that Elon Musk knew that it was a bad idea, told everyone it was a bad idea, and he still did it. This is on elaborations on 5G and universal facial recognition surveillance, vlog 115. And yes, yeah. Hey, we're all gonna be AI's pet. You know? We're all gonna be AI's pet. At a best case scenario, we're heading for a technocratic dystopia. Ignore the fact that my grandfather was a technocrat and that, plans of wealth and elitism run in my fucking family. Ignore all that and just think of me as somebody who knows and is self-aware and perfect. Like, fuck that. Holy shit, he sucks. So that's a thumb and a heart, and that was on elaborations on 5G. And the same video, Troll says, France going to crumble soon. The deal is the French government passes volumes of micromanagement laws. People ignore them, and they're only used for political purposes. They start enforcing all those ridiculous laws. They will have more riots. Yes. Yeah. Because I was talking about how France is getting Google to fucking assist them. So, like, Google's AI is telling their government where the pools are. Also, Earth Nerd says hi. I'm not sure you're still here. It says there's only 2 concurrent viewers. And I see Troll and Rescind here. So if you are here, let me know. Also, you will like this. I'm planning on doing more green stuff on a new channel that I'm launching tomorrow. I was saying Saturday, but it's going to be Sunday because I had too much to get done today. So, there'll be those things on that new channel really delving into some of these subjects. Do's don't on Bill Maher. We cards. It hurts morons to accept the fact that people you don't agree with because of your feelings are right, lol. Grow up, sunshine. If it weren't for boomers, you wouldn't have the internet to cry on. You'd be in your mother's basement whining to yourself in the way you freaks used. Oh, and if you'd get a haircut, you might get a job and be able to afford your own place. Wow, I wish I'd have thought of that. Let me just think of a clever reply. Yeah, actually. If you mean used to. Sure. Like how people used to proofread better and not punctuate like a lethargic sea snail drooling over the period button. Keyboards were an amazing invention wasted on faux intellectual slop like the Bill Maroids in my comments. But thanks for the comment. Your bot friends will swarm now and show me their varicose cankles too. There we go. So we've got Junk Silver Gang. Yeah, well, yeah, but Junk Silver can't be dealt over the internet or using Tor, so I mean, it's useful in the physical black market if that's what you mean. Definitely useful, but then, you still have to sort of track things harder. The internet black market thrives for a reason, is that it's easier to use. It's more intuitive. So, it's up to you. And I'm definitely not recommending anybody use the black market, by the way. Would never do that. Anything I say about using the black market is truly satire. I'm completely post-meta irony. Anyway, fucking Rescind says, Jay, you're 100% correct about Nex and age. Yeah, see, people don't understand how easy that is. They don't understand how easy it is to tell somebody's age immediately just from looking at their neck. And I can see somebody's age from like miles away and be dead on accurate just because I looked at their neck, and they'll be like, fucking, how did you know? And I try to tell not to tell them that it's because I can see wiggle wags and liver spots and shit on their neck. But it's like, it gets pretty obvious because it's the joint that moves a lot. Like, you're really moving your neck a lot more than a lot of other skin. Like, it's stretching a lot more than a lot of others. So anyway. Oh, and you can also tell how much muscle they have, so you can see if they're going to be a worthwhile person to talk to. However, we've stacked silver and gold. I bought silver at the peak, actually. Or naturally. Yeah. Well, that was a good idea. I didn't do that. Well, sorry, not buying at the peak, of course, but, like, doing the stacking thing. I'm here, LOL, YouTube hates us. Yeah, Earth Nerd, yeah, like, I believe firmly that there's some sort of suppression going on. Troll says, I only got the lows, I'm a poor. Ego in its pwn says, my theory is that all the Vlogstream titles are going to spell out a complete sentence eventually. Someday maybe I'll use them for something like that, but they're random right now. Like, I do it because it has to have a title, and I don't want it to, oh, and also it's the wrong title. I should change that. It's Vlogstream 18, and I put it as Vlogstream 17. Alright, so, now that it's Vlogstream 18, basically, so, the vlog streams, it has to have a title, but the titles fucking, I don't want them to be too serious, because it's just me talking to the camera, and it's not precisely like I know what's going to happen during the stream, so it might as well be something just totally fucking random. Anyway. Rescind says, junk silver is silver, totally counts, just takes up more room. Fucking, and it's a good thing that I did that too, because I have another comment to check at this point. So, Pedro Morera on the Elon Musk Chinese apps and you video says, spot on as always. That's a thumb and a heart. Also, yeah, okay, cool. Cold Highway on study. Cashless society will disable the poor and enable the rich. A cashless society to destroy, if not fully, the small amount of privacy we still have. The war on cash must be fought at on every turn. I think you meant one of those. Yeah, well, thumb and heart, because yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's really bad. It's very bad. And the fact that people don't recognize that centrally managed digital currency isn't a tool for just oppression by default. The fact that that's not more widely recognized, and that people like me got called conspiracy theorists for many years for saying so, is a fucking problem. Like, it's a real problem. People need to open their fucking eyes for more than just watching porn and MSM, which are basically the same thing. Rescind on gun control is racist and fascist. Without guns, women don't stand a chance. Yeah, basically. And then I'm going to reload this for the next comment on that video, and that'll be the last comment. So if y'all want this to last longer than half an hour, you're free to make it do so by sending me things you want me to talk about in the chat. Mr. Knight says on the same video, let's not forget the police forces often recruit 18-year-old high school, graduates. Yeah, they're junior police cadets or younger. Like, they both do it younger, too. Like, there are programs for high schoolers that are currently high schoolers to join the military and be like, ROTC or something, like reserve and shit. And like, oh, but they shouldn't be shooting guns, though, and owning guns when they're 18, even though they can just pop out of the fucking classes and have a head start in the military. Fucking pieces of shit. They're fascists. Just fascists. Buy a local re. See, Troll says that in chat. I agree, but at the same time, like, the black market is still thriving, was my point. It's just thriving in a different medium. And hey, if you want to help me thrive in a different medium, you can digitally pay me too. And if you don't want your name attached to the transaction, you can use cryptocurrencies in order to send those to my crypto addresses. So feel free to do that if you want. Yeah. So, Ego and its pwn says some people call it constitutional silver. Some people are cringe. Yeah, basically. Fucking there's nothing in the Constitution that says that's a type of silver, so I don't understand what they're fucking talking about. And then Rescind says hands too. Yeah, hands too. But at the same time, like, somewhat not, because like the back of my hand is still relatively smooth. Like, I get called younger than I am. I get like that guy in Gen Z. Sorry, the Bill Maher video calling me Gen Z. I'm not Gen Z, but I mean, thanks though. I mean, I'll take the compliment that I fucking look young, and that my body is aging flawlessly. So, fucking, I'll take being Gen Z, but a hideous freak any day. But yeah. If nobody else has anything else they want to say, that'll be the stream. And if you want me to make rent, there are links in the comments. So there are plenty of ways to support what I do if you choose to do that. There are there are emails I get from fucking boomer self-defense companies because I ordered one knife once. And like, I gotta tell you, there's one that's like really fucking funny. And they do this all the time. They do, they'll send out an email, and then they'll send a repeat email if you don't open the other email. And that one will say, "Your 20-inch monster canceled." Now, you could say it that way and be all edgy and shit, but you could also just say that sounds a lot like a fucking dildo ad. Your 20-inch monster. I gotta do that, like, on my stupid shit channel I'm launching tomorrow. I'm launching that, and I'm also launching a serious documentary style channel with, like, video essays and shit. I gotta, like, on my stupid shit channel, I gotta voice act in a real effeminate, like advertisey voice the emails I get from these people. 'Cause, like, your 20-inch monster canceled. This deal is just about to be canceled. A badass cutlass that's 20 inches of mind-blowing hacking power. Yeah. They all sound like that. It's all fucking, like, very obviously sort of Freudian psychology. Jim Jesus is here. He says, "Oh, yeah, it's one of those." See, so this is an informal stream. I do these once a week where I answer comments directly. So if you want your comment featured in one of these videos, then feel free. But I actually talk to the comments section directly, and I talk to the chat. I want my channel to be different than other channels and, like, actually a community interface kind of thing. And I don't want it to turn into one of those, like, Vowshite or Destinyite sort of fucking, like, cults of personality where it doesn't actually matter what any given person thinks. Like, I can be convinced of things, and I have, like, ideas and attitudes and shit. And I want it to be that. So, welcome to the vlog stream if this is your first time here. So, Rescind says, I looked younger until I didn't, but women age differently. Yeah, well, you know, someday I have no doubt that I'll look like a glowering fucking mutant, just like my flesh hanging off my face like a diseased banana. But like at the same time, you know, it seems to be happening weirdly slowly. And apparently there's a gray ring in the eye that's supposed to shrink as you age. And mine has been weirdly like either growing or staying the same lately, like fluctuating that way. So it would be funny if that was like a legitimate marker and not just something people were saying. Because there's some credible studies on that. And I could just, you know, watch my age not fluctuate in the mirror. Um, Rasin says, I've encouraged my kid to try to work the gray market. He's 25. It's a hard time to figure out what to do. Everything is changing so fast. Well, um, this seems like a great time, as good a time as any, in fact, to refer you to Freelancer. Um, if you're interested in, you know, work from me, you can, you know, commission some of that and you'll get $40 off your first if you use this link. But basically, uh, it's a service for gig work, for specifically things in which you're skilled. So you list your skills and then people come to you with jobs. So it's a way to get that sort of gig economy, gray market kind of thing much easier. And I would love to build my portfolio on there. So you'll get $40 in free credit for signing up, and then if you use that $40, and then I think it's like just you have to release 50. So there's a possibility that just $10 more would get me my bonus. But either way, the point is that if you had some gig work you needed, like you need a logo or something, hit me up, because that's a way to do it. But also, he could join that site and just write down his skills and get jobs to come to him, because he was unschooled. So this will probably be right up his alley in terms of like employment style. Um, Rescind says, how can we bring more people to your streams? Tag, uh, message, like just send the link and say, hey, if you want to talk to an extremist, anarchist, conspiracy theorist directly, then feel free to come to these streams, because he'll answer your questions live and, you know, honestly. You know, or you just go to his channel and you'll have your comment addressed if you don't have time to go to the streams, you know. And then I'll have time to stream even more than this if, you know, there are enough people who sign up to my Ko-fi and Patreon and shit. Like, Rescind does that, you know, but uh, most people who are subscribed do not. And if even a quarter of those people did, like, you know, 10 a month, I would have enough for rent and so much more. So feel free to do that as well, because like if I can do more streams, more people will be interested, especially if they're on specific subjects or doing specific things. Like I've got people who want to debate me, and that might be a possibility in the future too. But it can't happen if I don't have the time or the resources. So feel free to do that. But mostly for people who are already helping me, you know, tag people, message them, get them on board, you know? Uh, Sort of the marketplace of ideas has an economy of sharing. She says, men age beautifully. We will see. We will see. Troll the Purpose says, if China trade gets cut, going to need trades big time. Yeah, for sure. She says, I'll pass it along about freelancers. So there's that. It says my viewership dropped to 2, but we'll see about that. Maybe it's just like 2 people who are actually... No, because that wouldn't make sense. I don't know. Because if Troll is here and so is Rescind and Earth Nerd, then I don't understand why that would be a thing. But whatever. But yeah, if any of you want to support what I do, the links are right there at the top. Because that's what I really need. You know, like even this month, I'm because I spent 30 on shoes, I'm that much behind. So... You know, but like the previous shoes, just for those of you wondering why, who weren't here for one of my videos where I talked about it, the previous shoes we're very worn out, and so we've got poking foam here, and it was starting to sort of stab through to my foot sometimes. Holes in the top, the sides, everything's basically worn down. And then that. So I needed to replace those. So I did that, but now that they are replaced, I am 30 short on rides. So that's what I'm dealing with. I'm waiting for some payment on some other stuff, but that should be here very relatively soon, I think. So that shouldn't be a problem. But if you do want to support me so that I'm not just treading water, there is a fucking link in the description. That. So, if nobody has anything else they'd like to chat about, that'll be this drawing to a close. So, let me know if there's something you want to discuss. We will talk. But that's the general vibes. I've also got the fucking fundraiser for the documentary in the description. So if you just want to directly donate to that, that will eventually end up with me, but not until we reach our goal. I'm gonna be a good steward of the money, so I'm not gonna scam anybody. Ain't my style. Shoestring budget doesn't help when you need the shoe. Yeah, basically. I wonder if that comes from like when your shoe starts to do that separation thing, you tie it together with a shoestring. I've never understood what shoestring budget meant. Here, I'll look that up. That's an interesting discussion subject. Shoestring is a slang term used to describe a small amount of money that is not enough to cover its intended use. Yeah, okay, yeah, basically. That's been me for like years. But I'm still making content, a lot of it for free, because I believe in what I do. So feel free to support it if you want. Either way, point is that things are relatively smooth for the moment. So, that. Anyway, given the fact that things seem to be drawing to a close, looks like this will be the end of the stream. So, I will see you in my 2 new channels that are launching. I'll see you in AgoristNexus, the podcast. I'll see you in all these places. And with any luck, you know, earn some Patreon and Ko-fi subs, because that's what I really need. I need an income so that I can get a place of my own and do much more things that are cool, like not live with housemates who want me, you know, any way basically possible gone. So, yeah, that. Be well, everyone. I'll see you out there. Smash the fucking state.